Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience. This is going to be our NBA opening day video. We're going to jump right in. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard. We got Steph Curry, $9,400. He's a good play, always a good play, because you know what he could do. He could get hot, go crazy, and give you 60, north of 60 fantasy points any given slate. We know that. However, ring night, opening day, I'm not expecting him to go too crazy. Now, at first, when I looked at the slate, I was gonna fade Curry because, they obviously they just paid Poole, they just paid Wiggins, they got to get Wiseman, back in the thick of things. They want to get Kaminga incorporated. Um, so I don't expect Curry to go crazy. But now that I think about it and it being ring night and having LeBron on the floor, with him, I think that he might have I think he might go out of his way to have to put an exclamation point on ring night. So Steph Curry was on the back burner for me. Now he's back on the front burner. I'll have him in a lineup or two. Harden's not in play for me. Harden never showed us that he was back. You know, Harden, Harden. Listen, first of all, Maxi has been asked to step up, um, have a bigger role, a more aggressive role, by Doc Rivers himself. So that means less isolations for Harden. That means less time to pussyfoot around the 3 point line, take 22 seconds off the clock, and then go put up a stupid shot. So I don't like Harden on this slate, and at $8,900, we need 6 times value. We need 6 times, more than 6 times value from Harden. You think you're gonna get that at 8,900? You know what I'm saying? Do this for me. Take 9 times 6, multiply that, and if you think Harden could reach that on Tuesday's slate, then play him. If not, don't play him. Simple as that. Westbrook not in play. First of all, he's injured. His hamstring supposedly is injured, and he's going to be coming off the bench. Now, that's the last report I saw. He was coming off the bench. Now he's injured. Wow, what a coincidence. Um, Listen, $7,400 is a little bit rich for a guy coming off the bench and a guy sharing the court with high usage players, AD and LeBron James. So for that reason, I don't need Westbrook on this slate. Jordan Poole, money man, just got paid $6,700 his salary. You know that they're gonna want to play him more, especially there's no Gary Payton Jr. anymore. Um, so he should get a bump in minutes. Um, Poole's absolutely in play. I love Poole on this slate. Poole is, and you know what? He's a LA killer anyway. A lot of people get up to play Braun and the Lakers. Poole, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm an AD fan, and I'm telling you, Poole is gonna destroy these guys tomorrow. I can tell you that right now. Marcus Smart hurt with a groin injury, $5,200. If he plays, I don't know if I'm messing with anyone with a groin injury because the thing with the groin is that groins affect every basketball movement. So anything you do for basketball, your groin, your groin is involved. Your passing, your groin is involved. Rebound, defense, shooting, everything. So if Smart not it's not 100%, I'm not playing him, and I don't know how you get 100% in a day or two. So no Smart for me. Maxi, my favorite play on the slate, 5K, acts to step up, be more aggressive, score more. Absolutely in play for me. I'll probably have Maxi in 95% of my lineups. That's how much I like him at 5K. What this does, you give me a starting point guard on a good team, on a game that should be close, that he's going to be aggressive for 5K. That lets me play whoever I want to play. You feel me? Um, Now listen, just because I'm decent, I'm somewhat intelligent in NBA DFS doesn't mean that everybody else isn't either. He's going to be popular as he should be. Um, Brogden, another another hobbled guy. I think his leg is it his leg. So right leg. Okay. So Brogden is hurt, may not play. He's coming off the bench anyway. $4,900. If he's not healthy, I don't want him. Listen, Brogden is a good play. He's always a good play. Um, but he's coming off the bench, and he's gonna have to compete for minutes. You still got Derek White. If Marcus Smart is out, Brogdon looks better if he's healthy himself. So listen, that Boston backcourt, might just have to just might have to play Derek White and move on. But as the day shapes up and the slate shapes up, we'll see who's who and what's what. But I'm pretty sure Marcus Smart is 100% fade for me. I'm not playing nobody with a busted groin. I'm sorry. Not trying to start off opening day with an L. You feel me? Schroeder has a thumb injury, if I'm not mistaken, $4,700. I like Schroeder for LA. If Schroeder is playing, I'm open to playing him at $4,700 as a last man in type deal. And that's if there's no Westbrook. If there's no Westbrook, I'm open to playing Schroeder. DiVincenzo, $4,400. He's going to be taking Gary Payton's role off the bench. Think he should, if last man in, I have no problem playing him. I like Beverly a little bit better, $100 cheaper. Beverly's gonna be aggressive on the defensive end. He can get hot, and if he does get hot, you know the Lakers will get him the ball. We know that about the Lakers, especially with Braun. If you're hot, Braun will get you the ball. Make sure you get to the ball. So Patrick Beverly at $4,300 isn't a bad play, isn't a good play, but he is a play. He's a decent play, $4,300, especially with all the injuries at point guard. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Pay attention. If you run in an optimizer, the optimizers are going to tell you, or the projections are going to tell you that Patrick Beverly is the best point per dollar play on the slate. Don't fall into that trap because he's not on Minnesota anymore. Remember who he's playing with. He's going to be playing with LeBron, and he's going to be playing with AD. You know what I'm saying? And if you think they're going to sit there and let Patrick Beverly take 10 shots a night, and he's not hot, and he's not hitting his shots, you're out of your mind. Listen, no Westbrook, Beverly, he grades up. He grades a little bit better. No Schroeder, Beverly grades up. You might have to play Beverly if there's no Schroeder and no Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? He's a proven point guard, and he plays defense. So let's just see how the injuries line up, and then we'll know if Beverly goes from a B minus grade to an A grade. But he is in play, absolutely. D'Anthony Melton, I need to see his role on Philadelphia with all those guards back there. You got Harden and Maxey, of course. Still got Shake Milton. So I guess those four will take over the point guard and shooting guard roles. And I guess Melton's a backup. He'll be a backup shooting guard, I guess. 18 minutes? So, $4,200. I like a lot of it. I like Schroeder. I like Derek White better than Melton. I like Patrick Beverly better than Melton. So Melton's a fade for me. Now he might go out there and get 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 12 points, and being the optimal. That's fine, but you can't play everyone. You got to make a stand. If I'm playing 6 lineups, I'll play Melton in one. No problem. Derek White looks amazing to me. If there's no Smart, if there's no Brogden, Derek White becomes like a top tier play. You know what I'm saying? We know what Derek White did in the playoffs. We've seen him get comfortable in Boston. Tatum and Brown and Horford are all comfortable with him. So I love White, especially we have the guards for Boston not in. Milton, last man in. You need a point guard for $3,800. Send him in. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick Nunn at the bare minimum. He might even start. Kendrick Nunn might be the play of he might now be the new play of the game, play of the slate, because if you get no Westbrook and if you get no Schroeder, then and Kendrick Nunn starts, he's gonna put up fantasy points. We know Kendrick Nunn from Miami. Put some respect on his name. We know he does a little bit of everything, and if he starts hitting his shot, Braun will feed him. So Kendrick Nunn, absolutely in play. And he was doing a little bit of work in preseason too. I didn't watch all the preseason games, but I seen a couple games where he was getting a little frisky. So, um, you know, Kendrick Nunn for president. Let's go to shooting guard. Um, we spoke about Harden. Jaylen Brown's an amazing play for me on this slate. We know it. We know what Jaylen Brown represents. We know he's a dog. We know he's gonna be bitter about losing in the finals. Um, Jaylen Brown is in play absolutely. Clay, Clay, Clay might still be on a, I'm me tour. Basically a tour saying that he's still the old Clay, but he's clearly not. And it is what it is. We all get older. We all can't be quite what we used to be. But you know what? He helped his team win a chip, and that's all that matters. $6,500. Is he in play? Absolutely in play. $6,500. Will he hit? Will he hit what he needs to hit? Probably not. $6,500. We need him at what? 40 fantasy points. I trust Poole to get there before Thompson, but that's why he's $200 more. I guess DraftKings thinks so also. Okay, we spoke about Smart. We spoke about Brogden. We spoke about Schroeder. Another guy, Larry Walker. If he starts, he's absolutely in play. $4,200. If you guys haven't seen Lonnie Walker in San Antonio, very athletic, decent shot, decent all-around game. I think he'll be a lot better with Braun. If Braun is healthy next to him, I think Walker is going to look amazing. Lonnie Walker is absolutely in play at $4,200, especially if he starts. I don't need Korkmaz. I don't need Reeves. I don't need Thibault tonight. I don't need none of these guys tonight. So we'll go to small forward. Got Braun, $9,200. Every time I fade Braun, he destroys me. Braun starts off every season with a statement. LeBron James is about to play Tuesday's game after watching the ring ceremony with a guy he's compared to a lot, which he shouldn't be, but a guy that he is compared to a lot, Steph Curry. LeBron haters always want to find a way to make Curry equal when he's not. Let's stop. Let's cut the shit right now. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time, and let's give him his flowers and leave it at that. He ain't LeBron James. LeBron James is going to be motivated in this game specifically. LeBron James is absolutely in play. Tatum's in play. Came out, he was a little bit injured in the finals. That's why he was playing like dog shit. We'll see. Tatum's in play. Wiggins just got his bag that he deserved. One of the best all-around players in this league in play. $5,900 to Tobias Harris. I want to see his role now. Like I said, Maxey being a little bit more aggressive takes away a little bit from everyone else. And Embiid was also hurt also. We don't know what Embiid is going to be. I think I don't really need Tobias Harris on this slate. Probably will end up killing me. You need about 36 fantasy points from him, which you can get to. He's going to get a lot of open shots. You got Embiid, you got Harden, you're going to have Maxey, PJ Tucker, smart player, get him open looks. So, if I'm playing 5 lineups, maybe I'll play him in 1. Not going crazy. Kuminga, pretty sure they'll get him minutes. Kuminga, I don't really see anybody. They're not going to put AD on Kuminga. Kuminga's going to get what he wants. LeBron isn't going to guard him. LeBron's going to let him do what he wants to do. So Kuminga's in play. Grant Williams, we don't need Grant Williams on today's slate. $3,900. Find $300 more and go get yourself Lonnie Walker. Daniel House, we don't know what he's doing. Toscano Anderson, $3,100 is in play. Last man in. You want to play JTA? Listen, if you're playing 10 lineups, throw him in 1. I don't really know what his role is going to be yet. Backup power forward, let's see. Backup forward, let's see. Backup center, let's see. All right, power forward. AD at $8,500 is criminal. AD is the best player on the slate. I want to tell you something right now. AD when healthy, it's a top 2 player in the league. Don't at me. AD when healthy is a top 2 player in the league. AD when healthy, the only player better than him is Giannis when healthy. And if AD, you know, had the dog in him, he'd be the best player in the league. Period. There ain't no debate. If you watch AD play, you know I ain't lying. AD at $8,500 is criminal. I'm gonna have the only reason I won't have 100% of him because he always gets hurt. If he wasn't injury prone, I'd have 100% of him. AD is my favorite spend up. Um, neck and neck with Braun as usual on any slates that they're on, but for 2 different reasons. LeBron because of ring night for the Warriors, and AD because he's healthy. If you could find a way to get both of them and not have a stupid lineup, do it. Draymond Green, I think he's going to be phased out. This is why I said that. I say that. First of all, he didn't get paid like the rest of his compadres. They got to incorporate more Kuminga. They got to incorporate Winston. Poole's getting more minutes. Wiggins, they're not taking any minutes away from Wiggins. Where the hell does that leave Draymond? Is he gonna play shooting guard? So Draymond, I would be careful playing Draymond at 6K at $5,800 because you're gonna need 34 and a half fantasy points from him. If you think he's gonna give you 34 and a half fantasy points, have at it. Now he plays very well against LeBron. Whatever team LeBron's on. So that could be something. It is ring night. They might want Draymond out there for ring night. But, the Golden State is loaded and those players need minutes. So just think about that. I'm not saying I know something or I don't know something, but I'm saying, minutes got to come from somewhere. You're not cutting. You're not playing. First of all, Draymond's a forward. So who you taking minutes from? Looney? Okay, you want to take minutes from Looney? Have at it, but he's been consistent. Hal Horford's in play. I expect production to go down another year. He's older. $4,900. What do I need from him? I need 29 fantasy points from Al Horford at $4,900 on a 2-game slate. Let's have it. Blake Griffin, 4K. He's a little expensive for me. Backup center. No Robert Williams. He should get 18 minutes. He's just subbing directly for Horford. I think Blake Griffin's a good play at 4K, subbing in directly for Horford. He could. Grant Williams is gonna come in for Tatum. No, Grant Williams is gonna come in for. But these guys play 40 minutes, so that's why it's a little bit tricky. These guys play a lot of minutes. Tatum and Brown play a lot of minutes. So you're gonna say to yourself, Horford starting at center. Okay, so I'm right. Griffin is gonna be backup directly for Horford, while Grant Williams will come in for Tatum or Brown, and then they'll probably have with the injuries, these guys will just play a lot of minutes. Pritchard will play point guard, backup point. White will play backup shooting guard, and then everything else will trickle up. So we know where everything is coming from on Boston. We know where all the production is coming from. So that's absolutely fine. So where were we? Blake Griffin. Tucker's gonna play $3,700. We got to see what his role is gonna be. If he's gonna get any corner shots like he always does. He's a smart player. He'll find his way. Gorgie Nang is Gorgie Nang. I'd rather just play Tucker. We know he'll be out there. He's tough. That's it. And at center, Harrell's in play. Backup, a backup center for Philadelphia gets what? 15, 18 minutes. So, if you think he could get what he needs to get at $4,600, have at it. Thomas Bryant, I don't know what these centers are going to do for LA, especially with AD. I'd rather play Looney, but I don't know how secure his minutes are. So, for center, listen, you can't play AD, Braun, and Embiid. You're going to have to get very creative. Honestly, I'm going to be playing maybe Draymond or Wiseman or Horford at center. one of those three. Thomas Bryant, I'm gonna. No center has done good in this iteration of the Lakers with AD and LeBron. No center has, went out and hit value. So unless it was Dwight Howard starting at 3K, $4,600, I can't play. I can't play Bryant. I'm sorry. And to be honest with you, like I said, it's opening night. I'm not trying to take no L. I'm playing centers that I know are gonna play. My centers are gonna be um, Embiid, Green, Wiseman, Horford. I don't even know if I'm gonna take the chance on Harrell, but we'll see. All right. So with that being said, let's get five. Let's get. Do we take five players? Let's get a few players and let's get out of here. I'm starting with AD, first man in. I'm going AD. I'm going. Now, I'm going Kendrick Nunn, depending on if Westbrook and Schroeder plays. If Westbrook and Schroeder do not play and Kendrick Nunn starts, I'm playing Kendrick Nunn. Um, Shooting guard, I like Lonnie Walker. Same thing goes. If there's no Westbrook and no Schroeder, Kendrick Nunn and Lonnie Walker look amazing at this price. Um, Small forward, I'm going straight to Braun. That's almost like a stack, right? Crazy. And at center, um, I do like Wiseman, but I'll be safe. Play Horford, just to be safe. And if you want to jump out the window and try to get another spend up in, you can play Blake Griffin. Because I'm very confident in the centers for Boston. I'll go Horford. And they're actually going to need Horford anyway for Embiid. So Horford is actually a good play. So these guys stand out to me. If I play them together, if I play them in separate lineups, these are five guys that I love point per dollar. We're going with Nunn, Walker, James, AD, and Horford. All right, let's go to FanDuel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. We in the NBA season, so I need that energy. Stop playing with me. And listen, if you want me to build you lineups for tomorrow's slate, or you want my exact lineup, or you need a few lineups, jump in my Patreon. Link in the description. Patreon now goes from date to date. So if you sign up today, you're good to November 17th. You sign up, send me a message, tell me what site you play for. I'll handle the rest. You understand what I'm saying? So I let y'all pussyfoot on MLB. I let y'all pussyfoot on NFL. Now this is where the big boys come to make money. So let's stop playing games and let's get going. Nothing changes with FanDuel. Just salary maybe. We got point guard up right here. Steph Curry's 10K. You need 60 fantasy points from him. Harden, you're gonna need about 50. Tyrese Maxey's price is a little bit more expensive than FanDuel. He's still in play. Jordan Poole looks amazing at 6K. Where are we? Beverly, 4,900. If there's no Westbrook and no Schroeder, Beverly looks great. He looks good. We got to pay attention to injuries. Derek White looks amazing, especially with it. Okay, the keys to this slate are the backcourt injuries to Boston and LA. That's the keys to this slate. All right, remember that. Kendrick Nunn at $4,300, big difference, right? The minimum on DraftKings, 43 on FanDuel. You see why I put him in? You see why I like him now. Okay, Derek White, Nunn, all in play. Not really on DeAnthony Melton with all the other values from Boston and LA. Peyton Pitcher is not in play. Shake Milton's not in play. So let's go to shooting guard. Jaylen Brown at K looks great. Klay Thompson is okay. Same guys, same guys, same guys. Let's go to small forward. DiFrancesco, $4,100. Last man in, have added Lonnie Walker, 4K. I love him on FanDuel. I love him. Small forward. Braun is 10-8. He's pricey. He's spicy, but he's worth it. Um, I won't be mad if you play Tatum for 1K less. That's fine, no problem. I'm not mad at you. Um, where are we? Wiggins, $6,700 is too cheap. He just got paid. They're gonna play him, and he proved himself in the playoffs. Tobias, listen, if I had to choose Wiggins or Tobias, I'm picking Wiggins. Um, DiVincenzo, Kamingo's too cheap, 4K. Pay attention to him. I just spoke about Lonnie Walker, and I'm not playing anyone down here. No Dwayne Bacon for me. No Cole Swider. No Charlie Brown. No Troy Brown. No Uncle Brown. None of it. Wait, Matt Ryan. I just saw Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, $3,500. If you're playing a lot of lineups and you want to play him in one, you could play him in one because the Lakers are high on him, or they like him, I should say. Power forward, AD too cheap. First man in, as you're gonna see in a minute. He's gonna be my first man in. Um, Looney, $4,800. It's kind of pricey for me. I'm not too sure what his role is gonna be now with everybody healthy. Um, listen, PJ Tucker, last man in, no problem. I want to see JTA's role on the Lakers. Juan Toscano Anderson. I want to see his role before I play him. Blake Griffin looks amazing at $3,700. Backup center on Boston. They have no one else. Um, and I think that's it, right? That's it. And center, Embiid. We might be able to get it Embiid on FanDuel. We'll see. Draymond, 6,300. Ring night, play him. I wasn't high on him at first, but I taught myself into it. Thomas Bryant, 5,100. But he got to start. He's got to start. If he starts, I'll consider him. I like James Wiseman a little bit better though. Looney, he's all right. Damian Jones is athletic. I don't know about these guys' minutes. That's the problem. Center is volatile. Center is very volatile. Montrezl Harrell, maybe he's gonna get 15 minutes. He's all right. I'd rather just play Montrezl Harrell because I know when Embiid is not on the floor, he'll be on the floor. $4,300. Have at it. Will Paul Reed ever get any kind of regular season love when there's no injuries? I don't know. Blake Griffin, like we said, and that's it. So let's get 5 guys that I like, and let's get out of here. Let's go straight to Lonnie Walker, 4K. So we got Lonnie Walker, 4K. That helps me pick up AD. For you newer guys that's newer to NBA DFS, when you're in a situation where you got a dual eligible center, power forward, always try to shove your power forwards in the power forward spot, and always try to leave your centers for the center only spots. That way you could somewhat get 3 centers in your lineup. It's a little old school trick, but you know most of you guys know that. But if you're newer, so if you have a guy that says power forward eligible, try not to play him in center if you don't have to. Play him in the power forward spot. That's all I'm trying to say. So we got Anthony Davidson. Center will be my last man in. Small forward, I'm gonna try to shove in Braun if I can. Point guard, Jordan Poole at 6K does stand out. Patrick Beverly's in play. Derek White's in play. $4,400. Let's go Derek White. And now at center, Al Horford 6K. Draymond 63. Draymond is so volatile. I'll go Al Horford, especially with all those injuries. They might need point center Al Horford to make an appearance. So let's go with Al Horford. And I still got $6,100 left with LeBron and AD. So we're going Horford, we're going AD, we're going LeBron, we're going Lonnie Walker, we're going Derek White. 5 guys that I like on FanDuel. I appreciate you watching the video. Good luck to you. Like I said, you need me to build your lineup, so you want my exact lineups, or you need a few lineups, jump into Patreon, link in the description. Patreon goes date to date. So if you sign up today, you're good for 30 days. Um, and welcome back. Welcome back to the NBA season. I think that's about it. Any questions? Throw it in the chat. Um, and we'll go through updates on injuries in the chat. So if anybody has any news they want to share, throw it in the chat. When I find out injury news, I'll throw it in the chat likewise. Okay? So, like I said, I'm happy to see you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.